Hey everyone, welcome to Erin's Dollhouse. So today we have a special video, a video that I was not expecting to be making this early on. But it is a video we are going to be making now because today we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the Wicked for Good Deluxe Glinda and Elphaba dolls. I am so excited to have these in my collection. Oh my gosh. So basically one of the Wicked Facebook pages that I follow, somebody posted that they had the dolls, like posted a picture of them like on their kitchen counter, and of course, like everyone was just like wondering, how did you get those? And yeah, then a link got posted for Barnes and Noble, and yeah, well, there was a listing, and it said like Wicked, like Elphaba, Glinda, and then it said like 2 in the listing, but there was no photos, nothing on there at all. So I thought that was just really strange. But then a lot of people were actually having success with getting them. So I decided to go ahead and put my order in, and just, it was like, worst case scenario, my order gets canceled because they weren't supposed to be released anyways, but then they shipped. And now they're here, and I'm excited because we have early access to these dolls, which is great for anybody that was able to get them before they did sell out, because yes, they are currently sold out now. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to have them in your collection. But yeah, because I'm pretty sure that these are not even supposed to be like available yet. But here we are. So we don't question it. I'm very excited. I'm sure you're excited. And I've been seeing a lot of posts about them on social media. A lot of people have already gotten theirs. I've already seen like a couple reviews on YouTube. I saw that Dolls to Remember did a review, and they were talking about them and how excited they were. So, but we've got both of them right here. Glinda and Elphaba. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Look at them. Look at them in their boxes. They are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I am beyond excited to get these girlies out of their box. And also, if you are a huge Wicked fan like I am, you are also, I'm assuming, quite excited for Wicked for Good when it comes out November 21st. So that's when we're going to be seeing that movie come out in theaters. Everybody set your calendars, because this is not a drill. We're ready. Get the tissues ready, because it's going to be a long ride for anybody going to see that movie. Especially if you're not someone who actually knows the musical and what happens in Act 2, RIP. There's a lot of tears. But yeah, so I know I've been like rambling already. Let's go ahead and get them out of their boxes and talk about these beautiful dolls. I am so excited. All right, everyone, and they are now out of their boxes. So we are going to take a close-up look at both Glinda and Elphaba and talk about all of their beautiful details, and even talk about some things that they've changed from like the previous dolls that were like kind of like complaints, that like little nitpicky things that everybody had about them. All right, so starting off, we are going to start with my girl Glinda here, looking absolutely gorgeous in her iridescent toned blue, pink, and purple gown. And oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. I am so excited to have this doll in my possession, because as soon as I saw like the images of what her dress was going to look like in Wicked for Good, I was immediately obsessed. So starting off, we're gonna just take a look up here at the top. So right here, you can see the tiara. It is the same mold. However, they actually took the mold and went with a more clear kind of plastic with like little bits of glitter inside of it. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but there is little glitter inside of it. Which the previous crown on the bubble dress Glinda was just like a solid silver, so it kind of looked a little bit more plasticky than this, which I feel actually kind of comes across a little bit better than the original in my personal opinion, so I like that they did do that. Also, we can see that there is a nice pink blush right above her eyes, and I feel like the pink blush on this face mold definitely does stand out a lot more than the previous one. It is the same face mold as the previous doll, but obviously just with different makeup. And then we kind of have this almost like purplish pink lip. Is that right? I don't know. It's very, very cute. I love the way that they did it. And then we can also see that with the, okay, with the new doll, that if I can get it to focus, she did get brand new earrings, which are also made of that same clear plastic. It's kind of hard exactly to tell what the shape of them is, but they definitely are there. But they are very pretty, whatever they are. I was gonna say, it looks like part of the middle shape kind of has like a little bit of a flower in it with some things like hanging down from it, so it's very pretty. As far as her bodice goes, so it is unfortunately just printed on. There's no actual layering to the bodice, which is a shame. I do wish obviously there was a little bit more layering and maybe like some gems just kind of put throughout there, but you know, it is what it is. I do still think that it looks very, very nice. I love the way that the colors kind of like swirl around in there with the whites, the blues, and the purples. And then they did put kind of like these little dabs of like iridescent coloring on top of it, which you can kind of see here capturing in the light, which is very, very pretty. And then she also has these big, like puffy kind of like sleeves that like pop up, kind of very princessy, very royal-esque, as she should. And yeah, that's made of more of like a sheer fabric, which you can see here. And then also that same sheer fabric has been tied into the actual like long sleeves, which are very, very see-through. So from a distance, you almost can't even see the sleeves, but they definitely are there, as you can see up close. So interestingly enough, this was pointed out when I was watching the review for Dolls to Remember. He actually mentioned that there is a brand new hand mold for her right here. So that's pretty interesting because her index finger is actually sticking out. So that's pretty cool that she did get a nice new hand mold. The wand mold is definitely still the same. The coloring on the inside though is a little bit different. The other one is more of a lighter pink, where this one is more of a darker pink. So making our way down. I am very, very happy because if we all remember with the pink bubble skirt, it was basically kind of just like one layer of fabric just with like some cutout pieces layered on top, versus this, which is we have this beautiful top layer here that's made out of this sheer material that has all of these gorgeous iridescent designs that are catching very well in the light, might I add. So that's our first layer. And then we have another layer under here, if I can get it. And that layer is more of a purple sheer fabric that is underneath. And then we have this beautiful iridescent patterned fabric that is underneath that. That is a little bit more, not really good with materials, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this material kind of feels a little bit more similar to the bubble dress, but not as bad. Because that other material was kind of rough, not gonna lie. But I think the layering just looks so nice, makes it feel a little bit more deluxe. I love the way that they did it. Also, if you were wondering, she did not come with a petticoat. I just happened to have an extra one so that I could make sure that the dress kept its shape perfectly and kind of put it on under there. And then let's take a look at her shoes. So this is, from what I can tell, it is a brand new shoe mold. And it is obviously a purple color. And I think the design is very, very pretty on how they did it. It is clear, kind of like the previous shoes, except for purple with a different design. And I do apologize if the lighting is not great. I'm trying to do my best. Also, another thing that we can notice here, she is on a saddle stand. Yes, that is right. So one of the biggest complaints with like the previous doll and the pink bubble dress is a lot of people were a little bit frustrated with the fact that she did not come with a saddle stand. She came with a waist hugging stand, which doesn't really make sense for a ball gown because then you just end up crushing the back of the ball gown and then it just looks very, very awkward when you have her on display. But this one, they did fix the problem. It is a saddle stand, and it is one of the ones that actually like kind of like clips onto her thighs almost. Not necessarily clips, but close enough. And it is very, very nice. So it actually like, it holds her on pretty decently. So that's very, very nice. And as you can see here, now we are taking a look at the back of the dress. So you can see all of the material that is from the front is a full skirt all the way around. So it does continue all to the back. So you can see all 3 layers are there, but in the back, they are all sewn together in the middle. As you can kind of see here, it's all stitched right down there. I have mixed feelings about them doing that. I mean, I was gonna say, I feel like it's not really affecting the shape too badly, luckily on the dress, but I will say sometimes it can be like, it can make the dress look a little bit weird in the back, but I think it looks fine here. And again, oh my gosh, that fabric with the iridescent material, the design is just, wow, it is catching really nice on the camera. Also, we can see here that she does have her luscious blonde curls. Her hair is a little bit messy from being in the box, but not too bad, not the worst I've seen. So you definitely could like wash it out and like try to fix the curls if you wanted to, but it's, again, not the worst I've seen. And then also we can see the back of the tiara here. So that beautiful clear design with the glitter does continue all the way around. So yeah. And as you can see too, her hairstyle is pretty much the same as the bubble dress Glinda. So, all right, so that is it for Glinda. All right, and then here we have Miss Elphaba, and she is looking phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to also see her in this outfit in Wicked for Good because she is definitely giving bad girl vibes. We are here for it. We are loving it. Yes. And this outfit, as you can see, definitely has that big, dramatic, long cape as the previous one from the Defy Gravity scene, which we love. So let's just talk about this. The hat itself actually is the same mold as the previous hat that the Elphaba doll was wearing. Um, she does have the same face mold with her beautiful green eyes and also her green lips, and she does have freckles. But this time around, her hair is not pulled into a ponytail, but instead her beautiful braids are just let free, and they are just kind of hanging out. And I'm loving this hair down look for her. It looks amazing. And then also we can see here, so this is the jacket. So we can see that we've got some of the sheer black material here on the collar. And I love the way that the collar just like folds in right here. And then we kind of got some of this like pattern design and everything, which looks really, really nice. I love the way they did that. And then we make our way down to the sleeves. And as you can see at the end of the sleeves, it is kind of like opened up, which is really cool. I love that style and just how that looks. Now, I will say, kind of like how Glinda had a different hand mold, she still has the same hand mold as the previous one, which I guess kind of makes sense considering she's supposed to hold the broom, so that does make sense. You can see it is open on this sleeve as well. And then we've got two little black buttons here, which are really, really cute. I love how they did that. And then how this patterning just like continues down. And the coat does continue like all the way down to her feet. And then we have this like underskirt here made of a completely different material. Now, I will say in the film, she is supposed to, I believe, also have pants underneath this, which she does not in the doll form. Which, I mean, considering this is all covered, I guess it's fine. But, you know, I believe she is supposed to have pants with this outfit. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we do have these amazing boots. Let's just talk about these boots for a second. Like, hello? Yes, ma'am. Those look so good. I love the way that they did that mold. Oh, also, if you can tell, this part is actually sewn to the inside of the coat. So unfortunately, it is not two pieces. I wish it was two pieces, but it is what it is. Also, the broom too is also the same mold from the previous one as well. I mean, it doesn't need to be a different mold. It literally doesn't change in the next movie, so yeah. Now we can take a look at the back of her, and we can see how her hair is a lot more just like down and just kind of hanging out like I mentioned previous. And yeah, it's a little wild, it's a little untamed, but you know what? That's the vibe here, because in Wicked for Good, everything is going to I don't want to say go to crap, but it's gonna get darker, so love it. And now we can really see that cape, and just like look at how long and, you know, dramatic this cape is. Like, hello. Also, I love the way that they did all the edging on the cape. It looks all very worn and like torn up, and yeah, it's definitely giving the vibe that it's supposed to, because that is how it is in the movie. It's very torn up and very it's definitely giving the whole she's no longer Miss Nice Girl anymore, which is totally fine. And I just love how they did this design pattern on it. It just looks so good. Very big fan of that. But yeah. Okay, I also wanted to show you her accessory, which is obviously the Grimmery. And I love how they captured this in doll size. Like, this is so cool. And here's what's really, like, even more cool. So it actually opens up like the way that it opens in the movie, which I think is so, so cool. Let me, let me see if the pages open. Okay, so the pages do open up as well. Not really as pretty on the inside, but it is pretty cool though that they actually thought to like make it all like unfold the way that it does in the film. It creates a nice little effect, especially if this is like going to like a child or something. They're gonna have a lot of fun playing with that. So I am very happy with how they did that, especially with all the like little designs and everything on it. Pretty cool. But that is pretty much it, guys, for this review. I was gonna say the only thing I didn't really cover is I didn't really go too much into the packaging, but I was gonna say, as you can see, the box did change like a little bit. So now we've got like pink, green, purple, and gold instead of just the pink, green, and gold originally. But these dolls are absolutely wonderful. I think they did such a good job with them. They are retailing at $43.99, so like about 44 US dollars and then plus tax. But I think that they did a much better job with this round of dolls. I think they are so, so good. I'm a very, very big fan. I'm so happy to have them in my collection. Glinda is just so gorgeous. I love this dress. But other than that, if any of you guys were able to get a hold of these dolls and have them in your collection now, definitely share about which one's your favorite, what you like about them. If you are just as excited as I am for Wicked for Good and are probably also gonna like totally cry your eyes out in the movie theater when the movie comes out, yeah, definitely share those feelings in the comments. But like I said, that is it. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to check out any more fun doll content on my channel, definitely don't forget to subscribe. And also check out my Instagram at Erin's Dollhouse. Have a good one, guys. Bye.